Hey guys, uh, one of the things y'all don't know is that I started a new job, guys, and it really has me a bit wiped out. I'm actually working nights. We'll talk about that another time, guys, though. But I wanted to come in here real quick because in our last episode, Infinity Stone with the Healer cells, right, guys? Shout out to Universe for that info, too, guys. In our last episode concerning that, there were some things that I noticed in some of uh, the Marvel world, right, guys? We covered that, and it got me to thinking about the primordial, right? But let me not jump ahead. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about, right? So in Jeremiah 1 and 5, it says, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." So the Creator is very clear that Jeremiah is known from before coming forth of the womb. I sanctify thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. All right. Psalms 139, right here, 13 to 18 says, "For thou hast possessed my reins. Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb." There was a lot going on in the womb, guys, right? And when we looked at the HeLa cells, this word came up, the Marvel Prime Universe, right, guys? And I told you guys that when I see this, this reminds me of the Primordial, not, you see right here, the Prime Universe, right there, guys. It's reminding me of the Primordial. It's a play on words. Look what it's saying. The Prime Universe, lost of the old, first of the new. The hub it all revolves around. Here, science can be magic. Here, we can rewrite every story. You see what they're up to, guys? And look how much is covered in the Prime Universe, right, guys? The multiversal cycle, the seventh and eighth incarnations. In this one, they're talking about the Big Bang and how the celestial appeared and began creating planets, stars, galaxy, and life itself. All right, guys. So a lot of this, we had KG provide us a lot of the list with some names that are corresponding, guys, with our Israelite history and some of the progenitors of Israel, right, guys? I don't like to use that word progenitor. That's a word they made up, but you're going to see it's just meaning the first. Look, origins of superhuman power. It's all due to the celestial, cosmic entities who visit Earth 1 million years ago. I mean, this is doing nothing but validating what our Torah has already told us when when positions of the angels were left, guys. Remember that? This sounds a lot like this, where they were creating titans and the Nephilim, right, guys? Now remember when we were looking at the HeLa cells, this word Nephilim came up. And I told you guys that this word just sounds like Nephilim to me. All right? It says Nephilim is one of the 9 worlds. It is the far northern region of icy fogs and mist, darkness and cold. It's situated on the lowest level of the universe, the realm of death. Hell is part of this vast, cold region, as is Nastrond, the shore of corpses across from Jolie, where the serpent, see that? A lot of the serpent talking here, guys, eats corpses. Well, isn't that the truth? Didn't we prove that the serpent is a parasite, guys, over here? And lo and behold, they're telling you right in here that there's a serpent that eats corpse, right, guys? And remember I told you we were here because we realize that Adam is the dust and the serpent eats the dust. All right, guys? All right. The geography here, it's telling you where you can find the Nephilim. Anyway, guys, this to me, look, Earth's mightiest heroes. It's not the Titans, the men of renown. Oh, look at this. When Baron Zemo used the Norn Stones. What are the Norn Stones, guys? Remember, we proved that a stone is referencing a woman, right? Ammon. It's feminine, right? All right, he was transformed to the region known as Hell. All of this stuff is really overwhelming, guys, because I don't follow comic book stuff, but I can recognize our book in this. And I told you when I saw that word, Prime Marvel Universe, guys, let's go back to it. It reminded me of the Primordial, right, guys? Let's close that out. All right, the Primordial Universe, right, guys? That's what's coming in my mind when I hear that word prime. So let's go to Primordial in the etymology. Primordial, late 14th century, being or pertaining to the source or beginning. From late Latin primordialis, first of all, original. From Latin primordium, a beginning, the beginning, origin, commencement. From primus, which means first, as right here. So it's referencing prime meaning first. Remember, we use this in mathematical equations as well. All right, and it says stem of ordinary, to begin. The sense of first in order, earliest existing from beginning is from 1785. Related primordially. Primordial soup, we've heard of that, guys. The Big Bang, as the name for the conditions believed to have been present on Earth 4 billion years ago, and from which life began. All right. Order, body of persons living under a religious discipline. From Old French ordori, position, estate, rule, regulation, religious order. From earlier ordine. From Latin ordinem, row, line, ranks, series, pattern, arrangement, routine. Originally a row of thread in a loom. So a lot going on here where they're talking about order, guys, right? It says row, order right here. To begin to weave. Compare primordial, which is uncertain origins. Watkins suggests it's a variant of the root R to fit together. Semantically attractive. How about that? The original English words reflect a medieval notion, a system of parts subject to certain uniform, established ranks or proportioned. All right, these are things being in their rightful place, guys, okay? And it was used from everything from architecture to angels. Old English expressed many of the same ideas with invertedness. Guys, I researched that word. It was a really interesting dig, okay, guys? We're right here. Strange word. It's an Old English word, guys. From the notion of formal disposition or array, methodical or harmonious arrangement comes the meaning fit or consistent collocation of parts. All right. Could also mean a rank in the secular community. It's first recorded in the 1300s as that which keeps things in order. The military says here. In the business and commerce sense of a written direction to pay money or deliver property. All right, guys, a request for food. Okay, so now they're showing you that order now has been deemed to mean like, a money order right here, a delivery of property right here, saying, guys. And then right here, how you order food in a restaurant, guys, right? But they're trivializing this word because it didn't always mean that. All right, guys? All right, so in order. Says here if you use it as the term in order, it's meaning the proper sequence or arrangement. out of order, not in proper sequence or arrangement. Things are definitely out of order right now. All right, and they're showing you how they've used this word in phrases, right? In order to, for the purpose of, in short order, meaning without delay, order of battle, arrangement and disposition of an army or fleet for the purposes of engagement. The scientific mathematical order of magnitude is attested from 1723. So it's going to say here, we're going to go back to prime as an adjective. It's going to tell you that it means the first, original, first in order. All right, directly from Latin primus, first, the first part, figuratively, chief. So the first part is the chief, guys. Remember who was named chief? Sarah. All right, you got the principal, excellent, distinguished, and noble. All right, and from the Italian prismos, superlative of pres, which is before, okay, in front of, before, first, and chief, guys. I told you it's linked to Sarah. Sarah's linked to Israel, the Saracens. Let's keep going. Says the last definition here, sorry, the last paragraph here says the meaning of fine quality of the first excellence, first in rank, degree, or importance is from 1610. Right. Okay, so like I was telling you guys, prime is used a lot in a mathematical sense. You got the prime number right here, one indivisible without a remainder except by one. All right, you got the prime meridian, all right, which is the longitude measure, all right, and prime time, which they say meant springtime back in the day, guys. All right, guys, I just wanted to show y'all that there is a lot paralleling here, and I'm not here to say that everything, first of all, fair use for the purposes of education and criticism, guys. Almost forgot. I'm not here to say that everything in the prime universe of Marvel occurred in our primordial state. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, though, is that Marvel seems to know that we existed, just as the Torah told us, prior to our being. The Creator knew us in the belly. We were sanctified and ordained, some of us, as prophets unto the nation. It says right here, this happened to Jeremiah. And it says right here in Psalms, right here, thou hast possessed my reins. Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. Something's going on in Marvel, guys, where they recognize pre-existence, is what I'm saying, guys. And that's a biological concept. You understand what I'm saying? Pre-existence is when I talk about the gametes. Here was something else strange, guys, and I'm going to leave on this. When we noticed the HeLa cells, right, guys, we noticed Leah. We were digging on that, right? And I kept telling you guys that's peculiar to see that name amongst the passages. Now look, this is a picture supposedly in Marvel of Leah. What's she holding, guys? A chalice, huh? Yeah. Is this their quote, Holy Grail? Anyway, let's keep going. I'll show y'all why I say that. And remember that it said that she was a handmaiden of HeLa, but I also noticed that the spelling of her name, if we rearranged these letters, you would get HeLa. Okay, guys? And Leah's name translates to the wild ox, guys. I couldn't, like, I'm telling y'all something as crazy is going on in this Torah. All right, so listen. A servant of HeLa, Leah was initially tasked with assisting Loki against the forces of the serpent. After the serpent was defeated, Leah was left on Earth with Loki, arranging for her to stay in a cave near Asgard. Much to her chagrin, she assisted the DH god of mischief several times, mostly using her magic powers since Loki didn't have his anymore. So you guys can go and read some of this stuff here. They say Loki, what is he supposed to be, the trickster or something? Kind of reminds me of Jacob, right? The supplanter. I just thought it was real weird that we see Leah here with this goblet, guys. I'm not ready to say what all of this means, but know that um, if we dig a little more together as a nation, I think we're going to come up with some interesting stuff out of here and out of Aesop's tales as well. All right, guys. I didn't want to make this too long, but I wanted to show y'all why I say Marvel knows something, guys. But they don't have the one up on our Torah, do they? If we believe the Torah, we know something too. Right, guys? Much love to you guys from the front line. I'll get you guys a longer episode going next week. Just wanted to touch briefly on this because I want y'all to know why I say certain things, and when I say it, what I'm trying to bring home to you guys, okay? All right, guys, much love from the front line. Got to get ready to get out of here later on tonight. I hope everybody's having a great Shabbat. Much love, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next week.